Ladies and gentlemen, damas y caballeros, it's time. It's time for the Kalifazz Puro Beach Party Podcast. And now, your hosts, Kalifazz and the funny guy, Guy Murray.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Amigos, welcome back to the Kalifazz Puro Pichi Party Podcast.
El pi, 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 pi.
That's right, it's your amigo Kalifazz aquí con mi amigo.
The funny guy.
Let me say that, Bato.
Why? You gonna say something
I have
crazy.
to present you, bro.
Okay.
I have to fucking present you, man.
You're the voice. Go
Okay,
for
so
it.
let's start over. Amigos, bienvenidos to the Kalifazz Puro Pichi Party Podcast.
El pi, 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 pi.
With my brother número uno, el más gigante de todos los hermanos que tengo. My man, Guy, the funny guy. Guy Murray.
Yeah, what's happening, everybody?
Yeah, we're back at it
We're
again.
definitely up in the skins. I'm
You
telling
know what? Before we continue, man, let's do a salud.
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 Cocaine.
Cocaína y
Modelo.
modelo like me. Amigos, once again, thank you for all your support. I want to send a big shout out to our sponsor, Diana Mendoza, realestate.com. Diana, thanks for all your love and support. But how about you? You have a sponsor you want to send a shout out to?
Not right now. We're just rolling. We just got started. There's no paperwork. There's no contracts. There's no ink yet. So we'll save the shout out.
Bato, why don't you fucking make it like you got a fucking sponsor? It's a chingado, man.
Why don't I just wait till we get some feria, some ching ching, some bling bling?
En la madre, G. That is the reason why I have my brother, el número uno guy, the funny man. So, amigos, let's get this shit going, man. You know what? I got to meet this vato a couple of years back. We were in Cathedral City, man. Y entre este vato, you know, Mr. Hector Gonzalez, he was like, boom, boom, boom. All the chicks were checking him out. And even Kalifazz was checking his ass out.
Whoa.
Not his ass, but you know what I mean?
Atención.
I want to welcome this man that as soon as I met him in Cathedral City, I followed him on his music career. I used to see this vato, dude. They were going on tours. They would just pull over on the corners, like where there's guerra and all that shit.
Yeah.
And this fucking van, they're just coming out, sacando el bajo cesto,
What?
the accordion, and all that shit.
What?
You know what? I want to present you this amigo that everybody knows all over the world, Monterrey, Texas, everybody. Amigo mío, Hector Gonzalez. How you doing, Hector?
¿Qué onda, Kalifazz? ¿Qué onda, bro? ¿Qué onda, guy? Aquí estamos, gracias a Dios, echándole ganas, as always. It's great to be on the show today with you guys. A ver de qué hablamos, vato, porque pues ando bien nervioso.
Es que el vato just got out of San Quentin prison. Oh, no, that was the wrong Hector Gonzalez, chingao. Hector Gonzalez, are you driving or is your chauffeur driving?
Tengo la chauffeur.
Is that Roro?
That's Roro.
Roro, how you doing? Welcome.
Doing great over here. No me la distraigan porque
Órale. Well, you know what? Let's interview Roro instead of Hector Gonzalez.
Yeah, she's probably more.
I think she'd be more fun.
Más famoso. Tiene que más pegue.
Hector Gonzalez, ¿dónde nace Hector Gonzalez?
Originally born and raised for most of my life in San Benito, Texas, the birthplace of Conjunto, you could say, here in Texas.
Simón.
Home of Narciso Martinez, those who know, the Conjunto history, and many other artists, because it all started there in San Benito, at a very famous place. Everybody knows in San Benito, La Villita Dance Hall.
Órale.
So that's where it all started out. He had been a lifelong resident, y aquí estamos todavía echándole ganas.
¿No te sacó Donald Trump? ¿No te mandó para México? ¿O did he keep you
No,
in
no me
Texas?
mandó tan people compadre Trump.
So ¿de qué onda, man? Hector González, estás bien perrón para las segundas. Estás perrón para el acordeón. The vato plays a kick-ass accordion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Roro showed him how to play it. How did you learn? I mean, when did you start playing that damn accordion, real?
Well, brother, I'll tell you one thing. And precisely, that's why I mentioned the first place of Conjunto San Benito. They used to have a Conjunto festival there every year. My dad took me there at 7 years old, and I saw for the first time in my life Rubén Vela live.
Órale, el coco rayado.
And when I heard them sing, bro, I said, hey, I want to play that thing he's got, and I want what they got. I was so inspired, bro. And at 8 years old, I started picking up the accordion.
Well, wait. Did your papi tell you? Was your papi a musician? Your mommy a musician, or what?
My dad was a musician. He played accordion, there locally, there in the bars and everything. He never really sat down to teach me, but I would sit down and watch him every day as a kid,
Es
So
todo.
he would grab the accordion and watch him, and he wouldn't let me get the accordion because he thought it was too heavy for me, and I'd break it. But
Órale.
I would go secretly get it. Yeah, I would get all the cassettes and I would listen, man, and I would secretly play it. And then one time he came home early and he caught me. Dije, a la fregada, me.
No, yo que sé, a la chingada, man, ya me van a madrear.
He said, the first thing he said, what the hell you playing? You go, yeah. So, he was freaking out that I had already started playing without anybody teaching me.
Órale.
And then he started teaching me a couple of moves and stuff like that. But from there, I went out. So I've been playing since the age of 8 years old. Bro.
What was the first song that you played?
My first, it was a polquita. It was El Oso Negro
Polquita,
polka by Rubén Vela.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So were you a troublemaker in school, or qué onda, bro?
Era bien calmado, pero si me buscabas pedo, largabas.
You know
All
what?
the time.
Just the way Hector says, me buscabas pedo. You know this vato, you couldn't float with this vato, man. Shit, hell. Era cabrón, por eso Roro lo trae cortito, el cabrón. Cabrón, bro. Hi, Roro. Who's got it on check? Who's got Hector on check? No, you can talk.
You can talk.
Ya me lo conecta el chequecito.
It's all, bro. So, hey, how many brothers you got?
It was 4 older brothers and my younger sister. 2 of them already passed away, eran con el Señor, pero los demás aquí estamos todavía haciendo ruido.
No, es todo, mi Hector, es todo. All right, Hector, so your first fucking dance that you played at, how much money did you make?
My first dance?
Profesional, así como Kalifazz, así como yo.
A professional.
Sí, profesional. Professional y professional is the same thing, Hector. I don't know if you know that. Aquí somos bilingüe.
One of the most memorable ones was when I started helping out Los Dos Gilbertos when
Órale.
Mr. Gilberto Garcia got sick. We were doing dances, half and half. And that time they sent us out on our own because he couldn't make it. He was hospitalized. And it was at Area 45 in Houston.
Órale.
Man, when I got up on that stage and I started playing, I saw todo La Parvada. They looked like freaking birds, like just dancing out there.
Damn.
It was amazing, man. It was amazing. And they said, you know what? All the hard work, all the cantinaje I did before and stuff like that, it paid off. This is where I am today.
¿Y cuánto fue? Did they pay you in dollars or in pesos?
No puedo decir. I don't discuss my pay.
Hey, you don't want Roro to hear it. Pinche vato, no tengas miedo, güey. That was, hey, vato, they probably pay you, what are those called? ¿Cómo le llaman las sodas? Barbacoa and,
Oh, no.
what do you call that shit? That soda? Barbacoa?
Big Red.
Big Red.
Big Red.
Le dieron un pinche 24 de Big Red. Vato, janda,
Sobró barbacoa toda la semana, con eso te digo.
PG Hector, man. So then what happened? So you were with Los Dos Gilbertos. You were just sitting in for este señor, right?
At the time I was sitting in, and then as time progressed, he got sick and I started filling in. When he passed away, cuando nos quedamos yo y Rubén.
Ajá.
El bagoceto.
Mándale saludos a Rubén, vato. ¿Dónde? No seas
Ahí anda el
gacho.
viejito parrandero echándole ganas.
Ay, cabrón. Ay, vato. I'll talk that shit later. Okay. And then, so, pero before you, Dos Gilbertos, I saw you with another band. Before,
I mean, I helped a lot of bands over the years. I had my own band at one time, and then
¿Cómo se llamaba?
it was called Herencia.
Okay.
And I did have a hit, una cumbia, 40 y 20 back in the day.
40 y 20.
Yes, sir.
Es todo, bro.
And then after that, I also helped different bands, even norteño bands. One of many cadetes, because there's a lot of cadetes.
Yeah, too many.
Pero I also went norteño. I also helped out with Chris to on Highway 281.
Yeah. Who hasn't?
Ruben de la Casa Conjunta would fill in with Bajo Sexto. Fruity Villarreal here, an also well-known conjunto.
Yeah, Fruity Villarreal,
Right now, ahí anda allá por Oregon, ahorita echándole ganas, compadre. And so many other bands that I've been in and out, either on accordion or bajo sexto, sometimes even bass, you know.
You don't know about this? That's perrón, güey. What instrument pays you more? You don't have to say how many pesos.
It's not accordion all the time, brother. It's
not
accordion.
Wow.
But you know what? Let's talk about that presentation that you guys were in Monterrey when I saw you and you and Ruben, right? Ruben, ¿no? ¿Cómo se llama?
Right.
Ruben, yeah. I saw that show, man. ¿Cómo los trató Monterrey, Nuevo León?
No, hombre, parecía que había llegado Kiss ahí, compadre.
¡En la madre!
It was full. I mean, like, they treated us like rocks, like you see the rock stars out there, you know.
Yeah.
It was amazing how the people respond to, over there they call Conjunto Tejanas.
Right.
Man, they responded beautifully to us. They loved the music with a lot of love, a lot of passion. Mucho amor para la raza que toca Conjunto. And, we played in front of about 5,000 souls there.
Wow.
And over here, we're playing between 500 and go, man, we got a fucking packed house. Fucking Mexico, se llena, bro. Se llena, bro.
And it was at the OK Western Corral there, and they told me, oh, this is a small dance, you know. We're usually go to the arenas and pack up with people with 20,000 people. Like,
wow.
Kidding me?
Wow.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
But that we went to Monterrey quite a few times, and me and Mr. Garza.
Yeah.
And it was an amazing experience, bro. I mean,
nice.
It was.
Was that the first time?
Fun.
Was that your first
Oh
time?
no, we had been there before a couple of years back.
Uh-huh.
But when we got back together again, and we went round two, I mean, the people they were hungry for it, and they responded with a lot of love out there.
Well,
it was awesome.
You know what, Hector? Honestamente, I'll be honest with you, brother. I mean, para mí, when I was doing that Kalifazz pool party up in Cathedral City, yo le hablé a grupos, hey, hágame el paro, man. Let's go party at the pool. Chingada madre, we're already there. You know, the only thing I fucked up, I didn't have my fucking Speedo. I was ready to wear my fucking Speedo, but they said, puro pinche party.
Gracias a Dios que no
If you're gonna use a Speedo, I was gonna use a thumb.
But you know what, Hector? What you and Ruben, como músicos profesionales, we had some small speakers and everything, but you guys were fucking professional. I mean, you guys didn't give a damn how it sounded. You guys made them people feel fucking good. And nada de sangrones ustedes, man. You and Ruben were fucking kick ass, man.
I've always said something. You got to work with what you got.
Uh-huh.
And I learned that from the ex cachorros before Juan Villarreal. Before he redid his band again.
Yeah.
He had ex musicians, and they showed up one time to my cousin's wedding. They were gonna perform, and my tío was like, "Hey, the ex cachorros are gonna be here. Watch it." So I get there, and they show up with two PDs, the SP2s, I think, a 15 on a tweeter on each side, and I said, "They're gonna play with that crap."
Wow.
And you know what my uncle said? Mira, cabrón, you're gonna see. Watch what they're gonna do. Dude, when they started, I swear, it was like listening to the actual recording.
Right.
You could hear the punch, you could hear it. And that's where I learned it doesn't matter if you got a big old system or if you're Tomás Unplugged. When you know what you're doing, you're going to make it happen one way or the other.
El músico perrón. It don't matter what sound system you got. Like, you get a lot of bands, oh my God, this sounds like shit. How come when the other bands come in, they sound like professional? But you know what? I'm going to look at the camera because I need them to see my beautiful face. I want to, you know what? This podcast para mí es algo muy especial. Because the reason I invited this monster, the accordionista, is for this reason. And I'm going to change the subject. Is that okay? Is that okay if I change it? So, este monstruo de accordionista, músico humano, Hector Gonzalez, I wanted him on this podcast, and I was telling him I wanted him on this podcast. Para recordar all that good shit that he went through, all that life. Because you know what? One day, Eres un pinche perrón, man. You're fucking all over the world and all this kind of stuff. You're playing gigs. You're making money. And then, like you, like me, like him, everybody, when this pinche COVID shit came up, fucking tore us up, man. It tore us up. So, the reason I invited my man Hector Gonzalez is like, como yo soy bien mamón, bien payaso and all that shit, but the reason I wanted to invite him because I had the honor of meeting this vato, super chulada de persona, him and Ruben. I was like a fucking stalker in Cathedral City, man. They could have, dude, I was almost putting the fucking food in his mouth and Ruben's, you know. And if I would have known Ruben knew how to do a haircut, I would have said, córtame el pelo, cabrón, you know, but we all lost a lot of family due to COVID. My wife, Gami, was in the hospital, you know, because of COVID. Y gracias a Dios, you know, it was a hardest thing. We've lost a lot of musicians, amigos míos, José Zamacona de los Jonings, Walter Torres de Acapulco Tropical, because you guys know, when I say I go both ways, it's not that way. No sean mamones, mal pensados. I go grupero and I go tejano. But este señor here, you know, when you're living this big ass life, igual que we all do. Este señor aquí, el COVID lo madrió. I hate to say that word, lo madrió. And we thought that Mr. Hector, we were following him. Roro, his wife, his lady, posting, keep prayers. I mean, we heard so much stuff about Hector Gonzalez. So as of not today, but after about a month or so, I want you guys to hear his story because, like I said, siendo una pinche leyenda, un monstruo de accordionista and all that shit. I mean, I mess around a lot, but I wanted Hector because a lot of times people don't want to say or don't know people that went through this shit. You know, they died and all that, paz descansen, you know, but Hector Gonzalez, I invited you here because I know your life has changed. We can talk all this past, but now let's talk future, you know? And that was the reason why I invited you to me, and I was calling you on a drink, and but I said, I gotta put Hector on there, and you como hombre, you responded. I needed you to tell these people, your fans, our listeners on Kalifazz Puro Pichi Party podcast with Guy, Murray, and Kalifazz. I want you to tell them what really happened in your life. ¿Qué te hizo cambiar? Because nobody wants to interview some stories like yours, and I do. Because you went through hell, man. Not just you, a lot of people. Pero gracias a Dios, Diosito te cuidó. You're living, and I keep repeating myself, but that's why I wanted you. I need you to tell everybody, por favor, ¿qué pasó contigo, bro?
Well, I'm gonna be straight up, bro. You know, when all this COVID stuff came out, I had my doubts. I thought maybe the media was blowing it up to out of proportion. But on August the 12th, brother, God showed me that it was not a joke.
August of 2021.
August the 12th, yeah. August the 12th was my birthday, and I came out with the first symptoms of COVID. And I still doubted. I said, no, that's that. It's just a flu, whatever. In 7 days, bro, I was so weak that I could not even get up from there. I could not even take a shower by myself, do anything. And by the time I went to try to get an infusion, my oxygen level was so low that they sent me straight to the hospital. From there, bro, I mean, it just started going downhill. And was, I started to think, I might not make it. This is actually real. And, after around August the 31st was the first time I actually started to code. I started coding, and they came in and they started, wanting to get me to intubation, and I was still saying no, I don't want that.
And why did you want that? Because of what you've heard?
Because of everything. I mean, you hear a lot of stuff out there, but until you go through it, then you understand. Like, hey, man, I mean, I don't want to be intubated. I don't want to lose my voice. I mean, I make a living out of this. I can't have that. And I started to go, bro. But before that, I was living la vida bien, andaba bien recio.
Yeah.
And if you know what I mean by that, andaba bien recio.
Hell yeah.
I think I had made my amends with the Lord, and I said, Lord, just give me another chance. I'm gonna try to change. I'm gonna try to kick this, what I'm doing. And he was like, really? You're gonna try? Then let's go, because you're just gonna mess yourself up. That's what I heard that day when I started, getting coding. And that's when I said, you know what, God, man, lo dejo todo, but just give me another chance to be with my family and to tell others about what happened to me, and make, for them to hear how you healed me.
Now was this you were in the hospital by yourself?
Yeah.
Or were you
I was
just
in the
en
hospital
tu mente hablando con Dios?
Yeah, in mi mente, bro.
Yeah.
It's because I couldn't talk anymore. I was already, losing it.
Yeah.
And bro, I saw it with my own eyes how when I said that in that instant, my oxygen level started going up.
Wow.
And I got out, and they didn't intubate me that day. 3 days later, bro, I went through the big one. And that's when they actually intubated me. During that time that I was intubated, bro, I saw things que las platico, and some people say, puro pedo. But it's true. I had a repeating nightmare, where I would dream just horrible things. But the last dream that I had, bro, I was in the darkness and I could hear a storm. I could hear a storm brewing really bad, and I couldn't see what I was holding on to. I was holding on to something like this. And a voice would tell me, if you let go, you're gonna die.
Wow.
Don't let go. Don't let go. And I could feel like something was pulling me into the darkness, into that ugly noise that I would hear. A lot of people say, oh, it was, the stuff that they had you on there at the hospital. I don't believe that. I believe that was something, spiritual, that God was talking to me in that time. And, I was holding on, and I barely made it, brother, with my strength. And then after that dream passed, I woke up, and I saw the condition that I was in, bro. I mean, I lost part of my ear. I had a bed sores. I only weighed 103 pounds.
Yeah, Para los que no saben lo que está pasando, le vamos a decirlo en español, porque yo sé que tenemos gente que va a ver este podcast en Monterrey, Nuevo León. Estamos aquí con la historia del señor que todos conocemos, con los dos Gilbertos, los 2Gs. Tenemos a Hector González, y la razón que lo traje aquí, porque yo quiero que escuchen una historia que Diosito no se lo quiso llevar. Diosito dijo, la vas a hacer, güey. No sé si digo, güey, pero pienso eso. Vamos a hablar ahorita en español para que todos entiendan. Con ustedes, aquí estamos Hector González. Para la gente que no habla inglés, la gente de Monterrey, ¿qué fue lo que pasó? Yo sé que vamos a repetirnos, güey.
Sí. Hombre, ni pex, como dicen. En agosto 2 empecé con los síntomas de COVID. Y pues el COVID yo no vio, la verdad. Pensaba que estaban exagerando, pero hasta cuando no pasé yo y que me enfermé, supe que era algo real, que está pasando por todo el mundo. Como en agosto 31 empecé a tener muchas complicaciones y empecé a morir. Entraron los doctores y ya mi oxígeno estaba tan bajo que me iban a intubar, y ya tenían todas las máquinas listas y me estaban poniendo agujas por todos lados. Fue cuando, pues, yo le pedí a Dios que me salvara de eso. Ya había hecho yo mis arreglos con él y dije, voy a tratar de ser mejor. Pero en ese instante que me pasó eso, escuché la voz que me dijo, si vas a tratar de ser una mejor persona, mejor vámonos ahorita porque la vas a seguir regando. Fue cuando dije, no me quiero ir. Dios, perdóname y dame otra oportunidad para estar aquí, para dar este testimonio, para platicar qué es lo que hiciste en mi vida, cómo tú me vas a sanar y me vas a sacar adelante. Y al instante miré cómo mi oxígeno empezó a levantarse otra vez y sobreviví esa vez.
Wow.
A los 4 días, a los 3 días volví otra vez a caer. Esta vez sí me entubaron. En todo ese tiempo entubado, tuve pesadillas horribles que ni me quiero acordar. Pero el último sueño que tuve fue antes de despertar de la coma, porque tuve 78 días bien
Wow.
dormido.
How many days? How many days were you in coma?
78 days.
Fuck. Damn.
That is sleeping ugly.
Yeah.
Pero en serio, cuando el último sueño que tuve iba entre la oscuridad, agarrado de algo así, nunca miraba quién era. Y escuchaba una tormenta. Y me decía una voz que si me soltaba de lo que estaba agarrado, iba a morir. Entonces iba yo bien agarrado con todas mis fuerzas y sentía que me estiraba algo en una oscuridad, en un abismo bien feo. Y yo nomás pidiendo, Dios, dame las fuerzas. Hasta que por fin pude salir de esa oscuridad. Después de ese sueño desperté.
Wow. Gracias a Dios, man. Thank God, man.
Yep.
Wow, dude.
Y fue una experiencia, muchos dicen, no, pues que eran las medicinas. Dice, yo realmente no creo eso porque nunca había experimentado eso. A veces le decía yo el chichechón, ¿verdad? Y me ponía bien loco, ahí solo. Y nunca miré eso.
Wow.
Esto era algo para yo despertar personalmente en mí. Y Dios me dio esta oportunidad para poder platicarlo. Y aparte de eso, mi señora nunca me dejó. Nomás nos daban dos horas para que ella estuviera ahí. Y siempre estuvo ahí y peleó y luchó. Los doctores me querían desconectar a los 17 días. After 17 days, the doctors wanted to pull the plug.
And that would mean you're done, right? You're done. After 17 days.
And my wife said, I don't believe that. God has the last word. And they would laugh. And she would read this Bible verse to me, brother. She would read, I will not die but live and will proclaim what the Lord has done.
Now, was that your wife reading it to you? Your wife? Wow. And you could hear everything? Were you able to hear?
Every once in a while I could hear something, but I wasn't there.
Wow.
And I'm here today, bro. Some people were not fortunate. God only knows why.
Yeah.
And I have friends, who have lost their husbands, their wives, their relatives. But for some reason, God gave me this opportunity to talk about it and to say, if you got somebody there in hospital with COVID or anything, don't lose hope.
Yeah.
Go talk to them. You might not think they're listening, but they can hear you.
Right.
And,
well, the way it sounds. Oh, we lost them. Hello. So the way it sounds. The way it sounds, because we lost you. That's what happens when you buy a pinchy Android phone, vato. Fucking get a iPhone. I got my phone.
It is an iPhone.
Oh, valió madre. I'm talking shit, vato. So you know what you know what I feel? I feel that your wife she was not gonna let you give up. She was there for you, even though it was 2 hours,
Yeah. So ahora, ¿qué está haciendo con la música? ¿Todavía está practicando? ¿Todavía está publicando?
With the music, con la música, well, after my recuperation, it took después de la recuperación me tardé como un mes, pero empecé a tocar el acordeón.
Okay.
Y terqueándole, ahora ya estoy tocando como antes.
You didn't forget nothing? You didn't forget anything?
No.
You didn't lose anything in your mind, like algo que dices, I don't remember nada?
Well, I do have a little bit of memory loss every once in a while, for certain things, but la música nunca. You know what my wife told me? When I was in coma, my fingers never stopped moving.
Wow.
That she would play for me,
Yeah.
and my fingers would start moving when I would hear,
Yeah.
the music. So, and she said she has a video.
Wow, dude. So ahora from what I know, what you do now, ahora hiciste la promesa para Dios, and now that's what you play now, huh?
Well, I promised God, if he gave me another chance, I would dedicate my talent to him, and I am doing it at the moment. I'm recording a new CD with Mr. Hector Gonzalez. He's a bass player for Paulito. We're recording a CD there with him, and he's giving us this opportunity at that wonderful studio it is. But also, I am a musician and I love what I do. Yeah. So I'm also producing a young artist here from the Valley. It's Mr. David Martinez. He's a Conjunto, and now he has Panchito Hernandez on the bajo. Wow. A lot of people know Panchito from Ruben de la Cruz here in the Valley. Yeah. They got together, and I've been promoting them and helping them here behind the scenes. I'll make a special appearance once in a while, of course. But I have dedicated my talent completely to the Lord.
What? Y gracias a Dios, bro. Y gracias a Dios. And the thing that kept us all posted, I mean, all, it had us all praying for you. Sometimes I feel guilty praying, but dude, I don't go to church, but I go mis oraciones and all that shit. But I just think that your wife did such a great ass job. Roro, I don't know her name, but I just said Roro. She just tore it up, man. I mean, she had us all in prayers, and we saw everybody praying for you on Facebook. And mira, vato, gracias a Dios, brother. Pichi Hector Gonzalez sigue con su onda, bro. And then chulada, bro. Gracias a Dios, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't tell you, but don't feel guilty. God loves us all. Nos ama a todos, el Señor nos ama a todos. We're not perfect. He knows it. We're men. Want to get really biblical? Even his most favorite people, that served him, messed up once in a while. We're human. But it doesn't mean that God doesn't love us or doesn't listen to our prayers.
Right.
Well, and I'm glad to be here again, bro. And now, performing Conjunto music with a great message as well. And I enjoy still being behind the scenes here, helping young artists to get to that point where I was. I see a lot of talent here in the Valley, especially with young kids. And if I support them, I give them the opportunity that I didn't have as a kid.
That's great.
Because I always wanted it, but I struggled to get it.
Yeah.
And I want to facilitate that to them, especially to keep, Conjunto music, Tejano music alive still. They're our future.
Yeah.
And, I'm happy to do that.
Well, you know what, Hector? I just want to, once again, darte las gracias, because as soon as I sent you that text, you responded immediately. Y te quiero decir que te aprecio, te quiero, y gracias a Dios. And I really, un aplauso para tu señora that love and respect to you, Roro, for keeping us all posted on what was la vida de Mr. Hector Gonzalez, Hector. Y yo te quiero dar las gracias. I want to thank you, que gracias a Dios estás vivo. And God wanted you. Thank God you didn't let go of that damn thing, bro. And now you're here to serve. Cantarle a Diosito. Y no nomás a Diosito. Porque no importa la música. It's the words. It all changes, man. It's all music is music. But
exactly.
Now you saw your life, which a lot of times, unfortunately, it takes some shit to happen so we can see God. And yo le doy gracias a Dios, Hector, que you were able to come on to the Kalifazz Puro Pichi Party podcast. See, it's different now, man.
With mucho respeto.
And share my story with you guys.
Yeah, because a lot of people aren't going to want to hear. Why are they going to want to interview una persona to hear that story that you did, man, that you lived? And te quiero agradecer, Hector, for being a professional person and taking the time to be on our podcast, man. It means a lot, man. De todo corazón, brother.
No, and thank you for the invitation. I can tell you guys, it's an honor to be here. And of course, I respect it. I mean, a ustedes los aprecio mucho. I love you guys. I remember when we were in Cathedral City, you guys treated us so awesome and, with a lot of respect, a lot of love. And eso se aprecia. I mean, you gotta love that. You gotta love that. And of course, anything you guys need, de todo corazón, we're always here.
Es todo. Hey, bro, send me $100. And not in pesos, bro, okay? Hector, ya vámonos. Say bye to everybody.
guys, los amo mucho. Aquí estamos, bendiciones aquí para el PPP show aquí.
El Kalifazz Puro Pinche Party.
Todo,
Hey,
puro party.
Eduard, where can they find you? You still have your you have the Roro Facebook. You have Hector Gonzalez. Tell everybody how they can hear your music.
You can our music is under Hector Gonzalez. It's under a couple of names. Hector Gonzalez, Conjunto X2G, or Hector Gonzalez. We're on Apple Music, all digital platforms, anywhere you can find us.
Wow.
You can also find us our new music and our new Conjunto artists that we're recording under Que Chévere Productions. Be on the lookout for David Martinez y su Conjunto with Frank Hernandez now. They're coming out with a brand new CD with us. We're going to be releasing soon. Apoyenlos, they got some really nice music as well. And, Facebook platforms, anything.
All right, well, all right. So you're now you're starting to annoy me because but now le voy a cagar pinche palo, Hector. You don't send a shout out to your lovely wife, man. She was probably hoping. Hey, Roro, you probably saying, hey, cuélgate, let go of that shit, huh? Senator.
Oh my goodness.
Roro, honest to God truth, gracias for everything you do for your husband. It's not easy being married to a musician, and everything they do, but we love and respect you, and thank you for keeping us posted on la vida de tu viejo.
No, but what can I say? I love the man.
Yes.
I love him.
Yes.
All right, man. Well, you guys, once again, thank you to Roro, and thank you to my man Hector Gonzalez. Que Diosito te bendiga. I think it's time to cut this damn shit out, because I gotta go pee-pee.
I gotta go cry, Tom, man.
So, see you later. Hey, Hector, I gotta go pee-pee. Cuídense mucho. Take care.
Man.
Okay.
Yes.
Amigos, once again, thank you for tuning in on this podcast show with my man, Mr. Hector Gonzalez, and his beautiful wife, Roro. What do you want to say before we go?
A sweet shout out, man. This is life. Keep on sigue viviendo. Gracias, Hector.
Amigos, don't forget to subscribe and press that like button. Like! Hasta la vista, baby!
Ciao.
To be on our show, contact Kalifazz. Kalifazz Studio, 760-208-7264. If you want to be on our show on our next